Jeff with Integra Business Systems. Welcome to my Tech Tips video series, bringing you helpful tips to keep your Kyocera equipment running as good as possible. Today we're going to go over printing and saving files to your USB drive. Once you put in your USB drive, it will scan it for a few seconds and then it will ask if you want to go into it. So you just simply click on yes. Then it brings up a file list of all your folders. So if I scroll down, I can see all my folders are in there. And I can see some of my documents. The only documents you're going to be able to print are going to be PDFs, TIFFs, and JPEGs, because those are image files. Unlike a Word document, the copier would have to have a program on it. So in our folders, depending on the model, if you have an earlier 0 series where the model number ends in 0 or 1, you can only go 3 folders deep. Once we get on to the 3 series and even the 4 series, we can go quite a few folders deep. So I want to open up my test chart. So I highlight the box on the left to check it. And then down at the bottom, I click open. And this is going to let me open that folder. And once I have the folder open, again, I can go 3 folders deep on some. I see a list of my PDFs. So if I just want to print a test chart, I'm going to click the file I want to print. And then I'm going to hit print, and it's going to bring up the print dialog box, which is the quick setup. Just like your copy quick setup, this is where we can drive the options a little bit. So I could say I want this to pull from a ledger tray, so it's 11 by 17. And even though this document was scanned or created as one-sided, I'm going to output it two-sided. And I want to save some money. I don't really need it in color. I can do black and white. Now at this point, I can put in the quantity I want and press start. I'm not going to output it for this demonstration. And once it's done printing, if this is all you're doing is printing that one PDF, you click on remove memory. And then you can pull out your USB drive. You always want to make sure that you just don't yank the drive out. That could, without hitting remove first, that could damage or corrupt your whole drive and lose all your data. So once this job is printed out, I can click back the list down on the bottom right. And now I can still see my folders. If I collapse this keypad, now, if I want to go back to the root of the drive or go up a folder, I just simply click on the up, and this will get me back one folder up. I can keep clicking this till I get to the root. And once I'm in the root of the drive, the option's grayed out because I can't back up any further. And then at this point, I can hit remove memory if I'm done. Or if I go to memory information, it's going to tell me how big the drive is, how much free space there is, and at that point, so I know if I'm going to scan a lot, I only have a 3/4 of a gig left in free space, so I might want to go to a different drive. So I'm going to hit close. So now I'm back at the root file explorer of the drive, and if I want to store a file, I can hit store file, but first I want to put that file in this folder, so I can open that folder, and once I have that folder open, I can hit store file, and again it jumps to your quick setup, just like if you're scanning a document at the machine to go to your email or folder, and I can control it whether it's color, DPI, two-sided, how I want to manipulate that scan. And if I go to functions, I have more. If I'm setting it on the glass, these are still all the options you would normally have when you send a document to your folder or email. I'll go back to quick setup, and right now I don't have a image or a document in the feeder, but once I have my document placed, all I have to do is press start, and it will scan it to your drive. Now when it scans it to your drive, it will also create it with a unique name with a bunch of numbers, and at that point when you open it on a computer, you can change the name of the document. And again, we can remove memory from the screen we're on. If we go back to list, we can remove memory. If we get busy doing something else and all of a sudden it goes to the home page, there's no way to get back to our USB drive, but we can still unlock it to remove it. To do so, we go down to your status job cancel button, and then we go to device communication, the fourth tab, and there we can see the memory, again, how big it is, how much is used. We can format it, which you don't want to do unless it's a brand new empty drive, because it will delete all your information. But at this point we can click remove, and now it tells us we can safely remove the drive and continue on with our work. I hope this has been helpful, and I appreciate you taking a look. Thank you very much.